First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Washington football team. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5. Now look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully mentally into this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 2nd and 4. This time, Haskins will look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Washington.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
1st and goal.
1st and goal. A chance to convert that early turnover into points. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal. And they sent that play backwards.
Here's 2nd and 9. So that'll back him up 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Now it's Haskins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2nd and 8.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield, flush to his right. Kaderl Hodge has it complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
And at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle. 2nd down and 8. We're scoreless after 1.
The 1st quarter with no score.
On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss.
At the 33-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he finds McLaurin. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Down and 10.
2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come. So a fake field goal run in for the touchdown. That can be a huge momentum swing.
And that's got to drive a defensive coach and a special teams coach crazy. Someone else running it in on a fake field goal when you're supposed to be alert for it. Terrific play by the offense, not so much by the defense.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
They'll take over.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now,
and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
At their own 40-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan. Finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the 2nd quarter. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. He may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Again, it's Haskins. And he's going to go down here, a sack They push him back to the 34. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will... So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Mayfield. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chase Young. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. To throw, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Fielded in the end zone. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Haskins will throw. Now they set up a screen. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now Haskins on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Now Haskins. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. He finds Coleman. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line, got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
From the gun, it's Haskins to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end set to valve the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. And he finds his rookie target from Memphis, Antonio Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Gain of 19 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Taken down at the 40.
Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
The pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Haskins. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Haskins. And he'll find McLaurin this time as that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
It's a gain of 20.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
First down.
Operating from the gun. Haskins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was set to Valve, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Set to Valve. He was covered by Denzel.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch the middle. Single.
To throw again. Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete to number 17.
Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
7-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
1st down, Washington.
They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins got an open man. It's Harmon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
Gain on the play. And the Washington 1st down.
Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Reuben Foster picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Haskins going to try to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he finds McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something? And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra.
That's the story of the game. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back to it after the pick six. Mayfield flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
2-point conversion.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Today's finals, Washington.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.